Hey everybody, Adam here for another episode of the Desert Survival Series. So there are some things I wanted to do. And I will get them done now. One of the curiosity, yeah, here we go. This will help me. One of the curious things I had in mind was to cool down my backup freezer and make it larger, just because of the likelihood. Well, I'm thinking about it. We're heading in, basically, I'll put it this way. Basically, we're heading into summer, and I worry that my freezer is not going to be able to keep my stuff frozen. I think that's probably the easiest way to explain my concerns. So I'm going to add some additional freezing to it. And that will be one of the priorities I have. Another thing I noticed, which is my animals were allowed to come into the backup storage, and that's no good because they'll be eating my survival meals. So let's get them out of there. Speaking of survival meals, it would be nice and helpful if I actually had a nice stockpile for them, so I got that done. Wow, nice. It is the same color as the rest of the stockpile. That's not confusing. Some more stuff. Fire foam popper I'm going to have installed over here and pop it intentionally to basically slow down incoming enemies without offering them any cover. And then I was going to work on this here, which will be a bit of a deadfall trap area. More or less sort of just in case of our other security measures failing. And I'm going to put a door here to allow the pawns to move about a little bit more freely. What are some other things? Removing a whole lot of unnecessary roofs, just so that I know where to dig. Let's force all these doors open. I can always fix it if we get invaders or whatever. This will allow me to expand my territory if I so wish. Alright, so now we have a way into the cave a lot more smoothly. It's too starving. Oops, I forced you to cook. My bad. We're almost done with the bug backlog. Another thing I'd like to do is get some more slug turrets out, so I'm going to work on that. I'll work on that by mining some more uranium. We did strike some sandstone, so I'm going to utilize that. Oh, and kibble. Kibble is nice. We'll be able to feed our camels some kibble initially. Alright, Santiago. How about you make a run for the kibble? You are fast. And that's a lot of steel too, which is pretty sweet. That's one of the perks. Looking at the work log, I'm going to make sure that we have more people on crafting. So I want blocks and the like. We do have a bionic arm for Roman here, which is awesome. He's had really low manipulation for a while, so we'll give him the better arm. I think I'm going to take this up to 50 meds. Cranking out the meds. Philly. Start working on those coolers. I'd like not to lose my meat stockpile. That's basically my thinking. Quell is doing some lovely mining for me. And I need components. Oh, I have components. Alright, Roman is healed again. This is a nice zone there. Okay, so now I can destroy this stuff. And this part of the cave is obviously going to be a lot more frozen as a result. Which is great. I did have that concern. And somewhat as a benefit, secondary benefit, obviously this is more walling than we need, but whatever. We heat up the cave too once it's doored off. Because our heaters are pointed towards the cave. Not a huge amount, but enough that, you know, it might be helpful. Alright, Omni is cranking out some meds. I'm also going to have him make some more backup clothing. More than we've had previous. So I fixed the animal zone, right? Yeah. So they're staying away from our meals. Also, I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that they're going to stay away from the beer. No, we did grab that kibble. So I think what I could do is stockpile the kibble here. And we'll feed them kibble until we run out of kibble. And knowing me, I'm not going to notice when we run out of kibble. They're just going to get really, really hungry. That's my MO. We'll notice eventually, right? Once they get super hungry. Alright, so now our camels are a little bit more insulated. I'd also like to add some slug turrets. We have just enough uranium for one slug turret, not enough steel. We have enough steel, we just need to haul it, really, is what I should say. Yeah, we're starting in the Joggist now. It is getting pretty hot. So now we have an alternative route into the cave that doesn't involve going through our cooler. And we are just about, I think, done with the backlog of insect meat. Which is awesome. We've hit a big node there, which is great. Trying to mine as much of that up as we can. Why do you not have travel wear on? Quell? Oh, there we go. She just puts them on. I was curious why she was choosing to be naked. So now with all this additional steel, I can also trap up my entrance a bit. Which will be very nice. I'm going to go back to allowing any blocks rather than just slate blocks. That way we can get sandstone for that door and sandstone for a kill box. that all the kibble we have? I guess it is. Oh, no, there was a little bit more. Ooh, struck some additional compacted steel. Let's go first and foremost focus on the other node that we have. Oh, we are just about done with that, I see. Well, let's deliver the glow pod and then mine out these nodes. And we'll be done with that area for a while. Okay, we have enough for another bionic part, so let's see. Another thing I wanted to do, let's do this now, is move these pawns around. So, Omni, order them in, like, the order of melee skill, approximately. Jenny goes in front of Philly. Milla goes the last one, and then Philly and Earth. Earth is the better shooter, and then there's Mudge. Okay. Roman is behind Santi because he's asthmatic. Oh, also looks like we have a sniper rifle in there, which shouldn't be. And a transpo crash of O'Connell, the messenger. Pretty nimble, good shooter. Okay, you are gonna get rescued. I didn't think I was gonna add anyone to the group, but I am wrong. He's just too attractive. No pun intended. Okay, there is rescue. Oh, someone is missing a shield belt. Actually, a lot of people are missing their weapons too. Because they got knocked out. So we'll fix that. Hello, O'Connell. You shouldn't be getting heat stroke anymore. You are in a temperature-controlled hospital, unlike the last person I saved, who I might have let die. And, alas, Mr. O'Connell here decides to join us, which is swell. You get to be the animal handler, and a cook, and a hunter. And cleaner. That's pretty cool. So we are obviously stockpiling survival meals in case of solar flares and the like. Hunter lacks weapon. Yeah, I know. There you go. Another thing I want to do is add 2 more charge lances, and I'll do that with Omni. Psychic Soothe, cool. Thank you, storyteller. Other assignments. Let's see, no lavish or travel, and sleep during the day, and yep, that's about it. Obviously going to need another bedroom here. Just sort of thinking about that. I can put it here. I don't even know why I have these anymore. Let's get rid of that. So if I was to put that bedroom there, I would want to replace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have, I'll just lay out what a 5x5 would look like. Which means we will plop. Well, actually, we're going to make it over 1 more. No, that's fine. Hospital will gain a bit more marble. Not a big deal. That's unfortunate. Oh, some free chem fuel. Never turn that down. Alright, that's all fine and dandy. Guess we didn't have our backup batteries separated out like we should. Alright, we are officially out of insect. So, fine meals here can be made out of dromedary for the first time in a long time. Which is, I would say, kind of exciting. Significant difference. Alright, let's put some marble in. Move this statue. And put a wood door there. And then for floors, we will have it be... I could do carpet, but I'm gonna stick with the theme. The inflammable theme. And we'll stick with the steel bed theme too. Omni. Excellent bed, perfect. And O'Connell. Marble end table. Marble dresser. Wood door, you know how it is. You know the drill. Definitely not you. We are going to need some marble. Cool. Let's shave some off here and here. Actually, all along this would be a good source of marble. Oh, finally they got around to that. That's been a long time coming. Every time I hear Earth eat, I feel like I did something wrong. Which is obviously not the case. C doesn't have any permanent injuries. We do have enough for more bionic parts. So we could do a finger for Earth. An arm, rather, for Earth. Okay, another bionic arm. Cool. And I want to lay out the slag, or the uranium slugs. Put them down. Alright, so even though we're in summer, these are staying nice and cool. Having batteries that potentially explode next to my food is maybe not the wisest choice, but I've read, maybe it's not true anymore, but I've read that keeping your batteries cooler helps to keep explosions down, but maybe that's, like I said, not true. I don't know anymore. Inspired surgery. Neat. Don't need it though. No one needs surgery for a while. Alright, so we do have some marble. Got the bionic arm. That was for Earth. He does have a cut scar that we can't really easily deal with. Camilla, you are hot? Okay, I guess. Let's see. Research. Flak armor. Great bows. Pemmican. Long range scanner. I guess long range scanner, and then I'll start doing the Starflight. I already have a flat screen TV, so I don't really need one. Masterwork travel wear. Nice. Good job, Omni. Alright, so now Earth doesn't have manipulation problems, and we just got a bulk goods. Let's see about trading with them. So, we've had ambrosia for a while. I don't really need to rely on it as a drug source. Sell them beer. I'm going to sell them my pigskin. When do we get pigskin? Sell them my cloth clothing that I just made. Even... Okay, that's good. We have struck some steel, so I don't think I'm going to be buying plasteel or gold or any of that just yet. Maybe 31 wood. And then additionally, we have a lot of psychic tea, and we can go and sell some of that as well. Sell maybe 160 of it. Oh, 160 of it. And I guess I should reinstall this down here, just for security purposes. Let's go ahead and we'll trigger the fire phone popper eventually. Jenny, go and reinstall that. It's something I usually do in my games. It's kind of a long run, but you know, security comes at a cost. All right, now for his little bedroom here, he's gonna want some vents. I'm gonna go work on some vents. That'd be the nice thing to do. All right, that might not be enough. It might. I'm not sure. We'll see. We could just put AC straight into it. Okay, now we can go ahead and butcher a few more camels. He is an aspiring cook. Camels are almost out of kibble. Something to note. Man, he has been wounded for a long time. I guess Larry. We'll also put you on grow. I'm going to have plant cut be set to 2. Omni hasn't grown in a while because we have so many other growers. It is a task that we're constantly having to do, so it's not something to underestimate the amount of work that is. Now for the big moment. What to do about these animals and their food requirements. I am feeling like NPM is the way to go. But of course, I don't know, man. It takes up a lot of room. You know, where would I would put it here, maybe? I don't know. It takes up a lot of room. Yeah. I guess if I was going to go NPM, it'd look like something like that. And then, oops, let's angle the hoppers right. I would have hoppers like that. I don't need that many hoppers, so I'm going to get rid of those, some of them. And obviously I'm going to have to repaint some zones here, so I'm just going to let them, for now, herbal meds is going to go away because most of our herbal meds are getting processed into medicine. And so that we don't throw a bunch of hopper. Okay, so this hopper here is going to be for rice only. It's probably the most cheap and efficient way to feed the camels. Okay, we don't need simple meals, at least not now. We really don't need corpses either. And then here in low veg, we'll make it low veg again. A legendary assault rifle. It's tempting. Very, very tempting, actually. I might check it out just with one pawn and potentially allow for these reinforcements to come in. So I just need to make sure that I'm not storing meat out here, which I don't believe I am. Mr. O'Connell, I want you to stand right here for science. Alright. This is so that I can place some slug turrets. Sandstone. Doors. So what this layout allows me to do is sort of repair and maintain the turrets without risking being shot. And then what I'll also do is, at least on some of these, create the little bunker type things. I don't want the bunkers to block the turrets though, but that won't really. Only going south. So maybe don't put the bunker there. Remove that wall. Move that door. Create bunkers like this. This is very much sort of a fluid design. Not min-maxed, but it's something. All right, so we're gonna want a door to enter, maybe doors to leave at different angles, so we can't get trapped. Yep. And this is for security purposes, obviously. So I'm actually gonna put a door here. Rather than, we can have one here too. It's hard to tell exactly what your security demands are going to be without mocking raids, but it's very, very strange, I realize, but it serves a specific purpose. All right, so these sandbags can go, and a little bit of solar flare. That's really not good, given that I have a bunch of camels that are going to spoil. Oof. Well, thanks, Randy, for a influx of spoiled camels. I'm going to prevent anyone from entering there because they're going to want to cremate those camels as they spoil. And we'll stop as much of that as we can. Thank you, Randy. All right, there's no way that we need... Can we just make some slate blocks, please? Wow, we actually have to travel pretty far. Take it back. Thought these guys were just being obnoxious and not grabbing slate. But nope. They really, really didn't have slate. Alright, please don't spoil 8 hours. 14 hours. 6 hours. That's what I was worried about. Alright, so we made the slate. Go ahead and change the bills back to anything. Okay, so we're starting to get some spoiling. And some social fights. Oh, quick little social fight. Inspired creativity on Philly. So art or furniture. And she doesn't really matter. Okay, we'll allow them to re-enter once this gets to be cold enough. Oh, damn, that was really close. All right, now it's freezing, so we'll allow them to re-enter. They're gonna have to... All right, this bed is slightly impressive. Nice. What about the bedroom? The bedroom is... Oh, well, we just had a solar flare, so it's a bad unit of measurement to see how hot it currently is. In fact, the solar flares seem to kill all the plants, too. But alas, I'm out of time. That is the ending of this bombshell. So if you have any feedback for me, drop me a line. Keep in mind that this is pre-recorded, so I'm not going to be able to respond to your suggestions in video immediately, but I appreciate the feedback anyway. Thank you all for your viewing. I do hope that you have a wonderful holiday season, and tune in next time. Adios, everybody.